Yo, what is going on, everyone? My name is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, and today we are going to be breaking down the trade that just occurred between the Arizona Cardinals and the Houston Texans. Probably the worst trade we have all seen in our lives, so anyone could start. We could just start talking about it here.
You fucking silly goose, period.
Bob gonna Bob.
What a silly goose.
I disown my team if I'm a Texans fan.
I'll go ahead and break down the trade for you guys real quick. So, Cards were able to get DeAndre Hopkins and 2024. Yeah, could you imagine a first? Texans got David Johnson, the second rounder from this year, and a 2021 fourth. Like, what the hell? Like,
and
where
they absorbed
is
all of his contract as well.
What was that?
They absorbed all of David Johnson's contract as well.
Who cares? This trade is awful.
After trading a fucking third for Duke, then they also trade assets for fucking David Johnson. Bob just wants all the fucking overpaid running backs, eh?
Dude, he's just like, his goal is, let me try and get some more picks back for me being a dumbass, but it doesn't even fucking work because he trades away his best player. Like, what are you doing?
Bill O'Brien is such an idiot. I don't know how, in what right mind, he was thinking, you know what, let me trade one of the best wide receivers in the league and then just take all this money. It makes zero sense.
Yeah, from a fantasy aspect, I just want to go over stocks real quick. DeAndre Hopkins, I think, is going up because I think he's getting thrown into a better offense who's going to emphasize him more than, Deshaun Watson just rolling in the pocket all the time and never throwing the fucking ball deep. That pissed me off. I'm a Hopkins owner, so this angers me.
The sheer volume of the situation. Like, you look at
the pace of the offense has got to be higher on Arizona's side.
Fuck yeah,
for sure. And they have
in
an
terms
actual
of the amount of
coach.
plays that they run.
Yeah. So, quarterbacks-wise, Watson tanking.
By far.
It kills me. I don't think he has anyone to throw to because all of his wide receivers are all unhealthy, and Murray is through the roof. Danny, you have Murray in a lot of your leagues. I want you to hear your opinion.
Stole him at the 202 in the Dynasty startup we just did.
Yeah, sniped me on him.
So
Thank you very much.
The 4 quarterback strategy, Bush, man. 4 second-round picks, just the top quarterbacks. But, when news like this comes out and your fucking QB just absolutely snags the top 3 receiver in the league, I mean, you're feeling pretty good.
Yeah. So one thing I want to talk about real quick is what do you do at number 8 if you're Arizona?
Well, my initial pick was Lamb, but yeah, get offensive line. My gosh.
Or hear me out here. Do you turn it into the Big 12 and take Henry Ruggs?
Oh,
that would be fun. That would be fun.
No, they don't need
Imagine Ruggs in a Kingsbury offense, though.
No,
imagine him being like the 4th option.
I would love to see Murray protected and that offense just get through the roof by.
No. I agree. I think they should take a tackle as well. But it's fun to think about.
Yeah.
Like Kyler's the type of guy where like if you're gonna say anyone in the league doesn't need a top tier offensive line, it's gonna be like him and Russ, simply because they can just avoid pressure like nothing. But at the same time, like he's a 21-year-old. Do you really want him doing that for his whole career? I mean, Russ got by,
especially
but like it's risky. It's risky. So I mean, I would take the tackle there. I'd take a guy like Becton, Wills, Wirfs, whoever the
who cares? Who cares? They're all good tackles. Wirfs is probably the best fit out of all of them, but
the mobility.
The mobility of Wirfs would work well, especially because they got long pass sets and stuff in Arizona.
Great.
Plus, they're going to be the way that they run the ball as well. They pull their guards and tackles a lot.
Mm-hmm. All right, rapid reaction.
Yeah. Do you guys real quick? Do you guys think that David Johnson is even worth anything now? Do you think this moves him up?
Nope.
I think he goes like in the 4th, 5th round, and I'm not touching him with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I don't think so. I would touch him either. I think he would be worth it though if he fell like the 7th round.
Dynasty?
In a dynasty, like he's going already in, like he was going in like the 10th, 11th, 12th round of our startup anyway.
I wouldn't touch him until at least like round 7 maybe. But even if like I personally probably wouldn't touch him just because I see sleepers that I would rather like have that have more upside. I just don't see much upside in this move with Houston because personally I think David Johnson's not even remotely the same player that he was in 2016. And the fact is, like, what is his real upside with no help on the outside, with no offensive line, and with
they don't throw to their running backs either.
Exactly. Like,
it's not like they had Duke Johnson. Like they had a running back who was a capable pass catcher, and they didn't throw to him. Yeah. So it's not like this is the first time they've had like a good running back who can catch the ball well. Like to me, the best possible outcome is that they make David Johnson a slot receiver.
Literally. Well, then now they got 2 D Johnsons in that backfield having a good time. So maybe that was Bob's motive.
Yeah, they got Johnson and Johnson in the backfield now, eh?
Bob's an idiot.
The only thing that I think is good to come from this is probably Kenyon Drake. That man's stonk is through the roof.
That's good news for Kenyon Drake. He's going to be seeing some light boxes.
I think everyone in Arizona has gone through the roof now. Hopkins,
Do you think this affects his asking price of the Cardinals, knowing that they don't have someone else?
Well, they already temp tagged him, right? What is it?
Yeah, he's pretty much the way the transition tag works is that it's the top 10 average. So the franchise tag, the exclusive rights franchise tag that Prescott and a bunch of other guys got, it's the top 5 average of their position. And the transition tag is top 10 average. And also, theoretically, if I were to offer, if I'm like the Dolphins, for example, if I were to offer Kenyon Drake, obviously this wouldn't happen, but if I were to offer Kenyon Drake a contract, Arizona has first right of refusal to match my contract, and Kenyon Drake is actually forced to sign it if the Cardinals match it.
Oh my God!
So it's kind of like the situation in like the NHL, where like if a team like offers, you still have the opportunity to match, or you have the right of refusal.
It happened with Kyle Fuller on the Bears a couple of years ago. I believe he was an RFA. He wasn't transition tagged, but basically what happened is some team, I think it was like the Jets or something, offered Kyle Fuller like a pretty high contract, and the Bears matched it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I could see that then.
Yeah, I think Chase Edmonds is someone I'm interested in now. Because if it's just him and Drake in that backfield now, I'm interested.
Oh, 100%. I mean, Edmonds a guy who's been going low anyways. If I can get him in like round 14, round 15, like
he's going to be an 8th round pick by the time the draft comes
around.
You think so? I guarantee he'll be like Austin Eckler range before.
Really?
I guarantee it.
I mean, like right now, he's going at an extreme value in that 14, 15.
Yeah. If you're doing any drafts now, take him there. But Latavius Murray was a 7th round pick in ADP last year. So let's take that.
Boy Bobby.
Yeah.
Do you guys got anything else, or should we just end it here and then we're going to go live?
Yeah.
All
right. Guys, if you guys are watching this right now, we are probably live, and we will be live in like 5 minutes, so make sure you guys check that out. We're going to be talking about every single trade, anything that happens. There's probably 1,000 things that are going to happen, may have happened while we were on here. So thank you guys all for watching. Click that subscribe button. Have a great day. Goodbye.